So next, I am going to actually turn this over to our chairman, Dr. Smith and Dr. Liu, who will call the fellowship directors for the presentation of the fellow diplomas. And I believe that Dr. Smith will be going first. There you are. Brian, it's your turn.
Oh, I just said a whole bunch of very brilliant things, which I will not repeat at this point. We're going to turn now to our fellows, who are both in a great position always because they're both students and teachers, and they teach the residents, and hopefully they either learn something from us, or at least they learn what not to do from us. And a wonderful sound.
Yeah. I'm David Pieper. I direct the Medical Microbiology Fellowship, and I'm pleased to recognize our fellow this year, Dr. Hassan Falfala, who will be moving on to Eastern Maine Medical Center and Northern Lights Healthcare as an ID attending this year. Hassan has had a very unique year as the Medical Microbiology Fellow with COVID. He entered our program, a graduate of the infectious disease program. Came in with an extremely strong background, obviously, in ID, and has done a tremendous job this year in the laboratory learning, laboratory medicine, laboratory practice, while doing a great job of educating our residents and me and our staff on some of the intricacies of infectious disease and patient management. He really has excelled at bridging the laboratory and infectious disease gap this year. Once COVID arose and we had to, change everything, he provided a very valuable service in really helping us understand on the laboratory side what our COVID patients look like, what their clinical histories were, by doing a lot of chart review and communicating back with us, correlating our laboratory findings with what our clinicians were seeing on the wards. He's accomplished a great amount this year. He's very recognized by the medical students as a teacher, which is no small feat. And so congratulations to Hassan, and best of luck moving on to your new career in Maine.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pieper. I want to thank you for your great teaching and guidance this year. I want to also thank Dr. Landry and Dr. Campbell for their guidance and mentorship. Special thanks for the staff of the microbiology lab that put up with me and basically teached a ID-trained fellow how a micro lab actually works. To name a few, Jackie, Vinny, Debbie, Jake, Andrea, and Greta. Thank you, everyone, for a great year at Yale.
Looks like we're switching over to Dr. Torme.
I'm very, very pleased to congratulate Dr. Gaurav Gupta for his wonderful years as one of our 3 transfusion medicine fellows. Dr. Gupta worked tirelessly this year, coming to us after doing a HemePath fellowship at the NIH. Extremely hardworking, round-the-clock transfusion medicine, apheresis, clinical work. Also extremely busy scholar. Gaurav actually got a grant from the AACC to do some work on factor V and platelets. Won just today we found out Gaurav won a travel award to the ACLIPS annual meeting with distinction, and really did a tremendous job from a scholarly standpoint. Also did a ton of teaching amongst our residents and medical students and co-fellows, and really, really wish him all the best. We wish we could have kept all of our fellows with us here at Yale, but Gaurav came in with a job already to the fellowship, and he'll be leaving us to go to the University of Rochester as assistant professor, where he'll be doing transfusion medicine, apheresis, and hematopathology. So congratulate him and thank him for all of his very, very hard work.
Thank you so much, Dr. Torme. And I would like to thank all the staff members here. It has been a wonderful year for me. Got great education. And my co-fellows, wonderful co-fellows, as well as fantastic residents that we had here this year. They helped me a lot with the calls and everything. I would also like to thank blood bank staff as well as the nursing staff in the apheresis unit. And I should definitely thank my wife and my 3-year-old daughter who are in Rochester. So it's been a little tough year for us that traveling back and forth. But I would like to really thank them that they put up with me, and they have been very, very supportive. And I would like to thank Dr. Torme and Dr. Hendrickson especially for mentoring me through this year and helping me get research projects going on. So thank you so much, everyone.
Back to Alexa.
Okay, it looks like next we have one of our HemePath fellows, Dr. Rashmi Manor. Rashmi came to us from Pennsylvania and started the year off really wonderfully. I give our HemePath fellows both amazing credit to us turning their world upside down and rearranging their schedules. One of Rashmi's best qualities is that she just smiles and goes along with whatever we've thrown at her. She has had the best attitude throughout fellowship this entire year, and we are just so proud of her. And she is going to be going home to India for a few months, and then probably going to come back and do a SurgePath fellowship next year. And we wish you the best of luck. We're so proud of you, and we've had a great year. Thank you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you so much. I just want to thank the HemePath faculty for teaching me so much, especially to Alexa. Thank you for being so supportive. I think you guys have a great fellowship program here. And I definitely want to thank the residents who were on service with me and tolerated my teaching for some time, and also helped me out during the service. I couldn't have done it without those residents with me. Thank you again for a wonderful year. Thank you.
Fellow who we're also equally as proud of is Adil Ahmed. He came to us from Loyola University, and he's also been such a wonderful fellow. He spent his whole year teaching as well. He has a very promising academic career in his future. He is going to go on to the University of Arkansas next year for dermatopathology fellowship, but we're not going to hold that against him, right? Right, DermPath folks? We've had a wonderful year, and we wish you the best. Congratulations. Now I'm all thrown off. So to both of our HemePath fellows, all of the dermatopathologists, wish you congratulations and cheers.
Okay, back to transfusion. I'm very, very pleased to congratulate Danielle Marakaja for another successful year here at Yale. Danielle came to us from having just completed a HemePath fellowship where all of us knew her quite well. Danielle really, again, brought so much energy and enthusiasm to our fellowship, was a wonderful teacher and educator, again, of her co-fellows and residents, medical students who came through, really beloved by our nursing staff in apheresis and our technical staff in the blood bank. And again, just so diligent and such a pleasure to work with. Also very, very busy from a scholarly standpoint. I think upwards of 5 or 6 publications just this year alone, and a number of other projects ongoing. And as I mentioned earlier, we wish we could have kept all of our fellows, but Danielle will be heading south, and she's going to be an assistant professor at Wake Forest University, where she'll also be doing a combination of transfusion medicine and hematopathology. So we congratulate Danielle. Thank you for all of your hard work this year and also last year as our HemePath fellow, and wish you the best of luck.
The kind words, Dr. Torme, and this is a very special graduation for me after 2 residencies, 2 fellowships, and a bunch of other things in between. And hopefully this is the last one. I want to thank all my attendings, either like on HemePath and transfusion. I learned so much through these 2 years, and it has been a pleasure to work with all of you. I also want to thank the nurses. They taught me so much during this year. The blood bank staff, the residents who I work with, they were awesome. And special thanks for my co-fellows. And thank you.
Okay, and last but certainly not least amongst our transfusion medicine fellows is Dr. Natalia Sostin. Natalia came to us after training in APCP at Danbury Hospital. And again, Natalia brought so much energy, enthusiasm to her role as a transfusion apheresis fellow, also extremely beloved by our apheresis nursing staff as well as our technical staff in the blood bank. Also extremely diligent and hardworking, really did a wonderful job from all the consultative aspects of our service. Natalia also quite busy from a scholarly standpoint, had a number of publications this year from the work that she did. And we were lucky in that we trapped one of our 3 outstanding fellows. And I'm very, very pleased to say that Natalia will be staying with us, starting as an assistant professor July 1st and taking over the SRC laboratory, covering the transfusion service, covering a little bit of the AP service. So she'll have quite a bit to do here, and we're very excited to be working with her for many, many years to come. So again, thank you for so much of your work, Natalia, and we look forward to working with you for the next many, many years.
Thank you very much, Dr. Torm. I was sitting here and thinking, you know how people often say, I live my dream, and when I think about this year, this has been more than I could ever dream about. And now, during these troubling times when people losing their jobs and unemployment rate goes up as we speak, I'm given opportunities to just stay with the people who train me, who not
Natalia,
only...
I'm not sure if you're trying to speak, but you might be muted.
Oh, let's see.
We can hear.
No, we can hear you.
We can all hear Natalia.
We can hear.
I am unmuted. I don't know what else can I do.
No, Natalia,
We can hear you.
Go ahead.
we do hear you.
I am given opportunity to stay with people who train me, who not only were experts in the field of transfusion medicine, but also the best people you can find to be your mentors and who very supportive and just wonderful people. And I also want to thank apheresis clinic nursing staff who's been just wonderful throughout this year, who has been supporting us when we came and we didn't know anything. They just trained us to be and shaped us to be who we are. And also grateful for support from blood bank personnel. They have been just wonderful and teaching us so much every day. Thank you so much, and I look forward to work with you soon.
Yeah, so thank you, Diane. And I think I did say congratulations at the beginning, and now I will want to say a congratulations to our fellows, and also thank our fellowship directors for making this graduation possible. So now I will call our fellowship directors and to present our graduating fellow. So which one will go first? Okay, so this one is Dr. Pei Hui, who is the director of our GYN pathology fellowship. Dr. Pei.
I'm lucky, right? The first one. First, I have to tell today is really a special day for me because I'm at 2 Zoom graduation parties at the same time. One is this one for Hisham here. The other one is the fellowship graduation party at the MSK, where my son is right now is graduating at the same party. I can show see if you can see it.
Oh. Congratulations.
Thank you. He's graduating from the same oncology fellowship I enjoyed 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So as I said, this is a very special day. So Hisham came from University of Calgary, trained with GYN pathologist mentor, Martin Cabal. I know him very well. This is the reason I captured him because I know his mentor. So Hisham came to us with a very strong pathology and clinical skills, particularly at presenting clinical conferences and working with clinicians. In fact, Hisham took over the GYN tumor board in the first week of July last year and quickly established excellent communications working with our GYN oncologists. During the training the past almost 12 months, Hisham has enjoyed a very productive training with us, focusing on GYN pathology, learning every aspect of diagnostic pathology, and absorbing knowledge from every faculty on the service. I believe that faculty truly enjoyed the interaction with him at the sound microscope, journal club presentations, working on research project. I don't remember where I learned this, but this is what I learned. The Canadians are easygoing and laid back. But working with Hisham for a year, I believe it is indeed true. As Hisham really has a unique social skills, I think because of his cultural background, that all faculty have benefited by working with him. He's very pleasant, calm, and steady. During the fellowship training, and Hisham finished a very important translational project with us. We know that one of the deadly endometrial cancer is the endometrial serous carcinoma. We know the tumor can arise from an endometrial polyp and can spread early. For the first time, Hisham discovered that early endometrial serous carcinoma limited to the polyp, hardly had any extrauterine spread. In contrast, those involving the polyp with additional spread to the adjacent just mucosal surface of the endometrium will have a significant risk of extrauterine disease and therefore a worse prognosis. The paper should go to a very good pathology journal. And Hisham is heading to WashU for his second fellowship training in GI pathology. I wish him to enjoy another high caliber training at the birthplace of modern surgical pathology. Congratulations, Hisham. We wish you luck in your further future academic career, and we are going to miss you. Thank you, Hisham.
Want to say a few words?
Yes, absolutely. I just want to thank the entire GYN team, Dr. Hui, Dr. Buza, Dr. Wong, Dr. Karabrad, Dr. Parkesh, Dr. Humphrey. You know, it's been a wonderful, really fun year. It's amazing how fast a year goes by. I can't believe it's over. And I think when you're in a good program, time just flies. So I'm very grateful for all the training I've had here. To the residents, I just want to say thank you, especially the PGY2s who spent a lot of time on GYN. All a great group, all fun to work with. The first resident I met was Wael, and I'll just never forget the smile he greeted me with. And yeah, I've made a lot of friends in the program here. And I think to do that in a year, to meet so many great people and have, you know, those long lasting friendships is a testament to the training and to the caliber of the residents and people that are in the program. So I just really want to thank the residents for giving me a great year as well. All the support staff, the gross techs, the histo techs, the file room, Deb's just putting up with my emails all the time, looking for slides. Yeah, just thanks to the whole department for giving me a great year here.
Thank you, Hisham. We should get you back at some point. Okay, keep
Thank you for saying that.
Right, thanks. So next. Okay, the next is Anne. So it's a molecular genetic pathology fellowship. Is Dr. Zenta Walther. Zenta.
Congratulations to our graduating molecular genetic pathology fellow, Anna Banej, whose dedication and enthusiasm have made it a real pleasure to work with her. Anna's drive to fully understand the design and mechanisms underlying a variety of complex molecular tests have been valuable not only to her, but to us in helping us keep up to date in the field. We wish her the very best of luck and look forward to hearing about her future successes as a molecular pathologist.
Thank you, Zenda. Anne, you want to say a few words?
Okay, so yes, if you think about the field of molecular pathology, it's a very quickly evolving field, and it is a great challenge to teach it because like the material is changing yearly. And I think Yale faculty did an excellent job teaching it and adapting to this quickly evolving molecular pathology field. So special thank you to all the faculty. I had a lot of rotations, so I cannot list individually all the people who were teaching me. But I'm grateful and thankful that I had this year, even though it was short because of COVID-19. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. Good luck. Okay, our next fellow is our head and neck fellow, and Dr. Manju Prasad will present.
Thank you, Chen. Wen-Chen Chen graduated from Tongji Medical College in Wuhan, China in 2005, and then she moved to Canada, where she enrolled in graduate studies in cardiovascular science at the University of Calgary. During that time, she published her research in Nature Medicine and in PNAS. And after her PhD and a postdoctoral fellowship, she went on to complete a pathology residency at University of Calgary, becoming the chief resident there. She joined us last year as fellow on the endocrine head and neck pathology service. When Wen-Chen interviewed with us, I got a phone call from Roddy Simpson. Roddy is an internationally renowned head and neck pathologist, and he spoke very highly of Wen-Chen. He had joined her department, and he assured me that after she graduated, they would hire her as faculty. And so we quickly made her an offer, and we were so happy that Wen-Chen joined us. And when she came in, she immediately impressed the entire team, the entire faculty of endocrine head and neck, with her knowledge base, her diagnostic skills, her work ethics, and attention to detail. And she was extremely efficient, very competent and patient, and she was a great teacher. When she started in July last year, she had to give the histology orientation lecture to all the PGY1. Wen-Chen covered histology of thyroid and parathyroid glands, adrenal gland, larynx, pharynx, including tonsils and adenoids, nasal cavity, including the sinuses, the major salivary glands, including parotid and submandibular glands, and oral cavity, including the tongue and the different types of taste buds, all in 1 hour. So the PGY1 came out of her class extremely well prepared for the head and neck rotation. And while we were all so delighted with Wen-Chen, the year turned out to be somewhat challenging for Wen-Chen. She had a 3-year-old and an 11-year-old child in Calgary. They were living in 2 time zones, and for a few months in 3 time zones. In January, Wen-Chen came to me and said the year of the pig was not going great for her. She was born in the year of the pig. And I said, well, let's wait till the end of January. This year will be over, and the year of the rat will surely be better. We now know it wasn't. The first case of COVID was identified by the end of January in both Canada and in USA. And as the pandemic ravaged our countries, hate crimes against people of Chinese ancestry began appearing in the news. And the message from the White House was not reassuring. Finally, in March, Justin Trudeau went on air to ask all Canadians to come home, and Wen-Chen left to be with her family. I'm happy to say that Wen-Chen and her family are together in Calgary. They are safe, they are healthy. Wen-Chen has multiple job offers, including one from University of Calgary. But she is going to Surrey Memorial Hospital in Surrey, British Columbia, as an anatomic pathologist. We wish her and her family the very best. And I'm certain that the next year, the year of the ox, will be better for all of us and for the world.
Thank you, Mangju, for the nice introduction. Wen-Chen, you want to say a few words? Xian?
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, I want to thank all the EHN faculties who has been great in teaching and support during my 9 months training in Yale. And I feel so happy for all the residents and the fellows who finished their training. I'm also thanks for all the EHN faculties who are so understanding. Like I have to take the last a few months off for my fellowship to come back to Canada to reunite with my family. So I think congratulations to all the residents and my fellow colleagues, and I wish you all the best and stay safe. Thank you.
Thanks, Wen-Chen. Thank you, best luck, and in Canada. Thanks.
Thank you.
So next fellow is our breast pathology fellow. So our director is Dr. Emily Riesenbeckler. Will present her.
Hi. So Carrie Councilman, we were very lucky to get, actually, this was an unusual twist of fate. In January of 2019, our signed up fellow notified me that she was no longer going to make it in July and start the fellowship. And what I thought was going to be a terrible occurrence turned out to be actually our great luck. Carrie was in practice for several years. Again, for our second year in a row, we have a fellow who has been in practice for several years. She had already completed 2 fellowships several years ago, even was a clinical instructor and an assistant professor at the University of Colorado in Denver. I don't know if people knew that. And then she practiced in private for a few years, and this opportunity came up. She was able to move her entire family across the country and spend the year with us to do a 3rd fellowship now. She's also a board cytopathologist, so she's very multi-talented, and we were very lucky to have her. She was a hard worker. I know it's hard to go back to being a fellow after working on your own for several years, and she's worked so hard for us, been just so lovely to work with. She's a wonderful person and a great pathologist. She had multiple offers. She's going back west. In fact, she hit the road today. So she's on the road, and I don't even know if she's able to, I think I saw that she's on the call. I don't know if she can say anything, but she's with the kids, the husband, the dog on the road. So if she can say anything, that'd be great. But we are so grateful that she was able to spend this year with us.
Thank you, Emily. Carrie? That's okay.
Hello.
Okay, good.
Everyone on the breast team for giving me this opportunity, for sort of taking in a non-traditional person in this way. And it's something I thought about doing for a long time. So really, I'm very appreciative that you guys allowed this to happen for me. It's opened up lots of doors, but it was also just something that I always sort of wished I had done. And so now I have. I really appreciate all the time that everybody put in with me. And even though I know I came in with some experience, I really didn't feel like I knew that much about breast. And I really feel like I'm coming out of it, a much better informed pathologist. And I really, especially, I want to thank everybody on the breast team, but I do want to give Emily sort of special thanks for all her sort of extra time she gave me at the scope, and as well as just passing on her knowledge to me, and then just all the laughs we had, and just honestly a good time, and just making it a fun year. But thank you, everybody. It's honestly been a great opportunity.
Thank you, Carrie, and best wishes. Drive safely.
Thank you.
So the next fellow is our GI fellow, and our program director is Dr. Danpad Jan. My understanding is that our associate director, Joanna Gibson, will present the fellow. Joanne?
I just want to say thank you to our fellows, and starting with Hongji. what a great year it's been. I have really enjoyed seeing you grow. I think you and I have worked quite a lot together, and our biggest cases probably were with regard to liver pathology. And, you know, we had a lot of cases that we shared that we had to work up, and I'm really happy how you dove into those cases and you got all the information that we needed to make a complete diagnosis. I think you've really shown your growth and your abilities as you've gone through the fellowship, and I am personally really happy about that, and I know that the rest of our faculty feel the same way. There were many, many struggles along the way. You know, the biggest one, of course, is COVID-19. This international medical crisis, just, you know, of unprecedented proportions, just came at a time when you were just starting to feel like you knew what you were doing, and it slowed things down. But I'm really happy that you persevered. The challenge of you being here with your family back in New Jersey, which was, you know, one of the major hotspots for COVID-19 with your 3 children and your husband. I can't even imagine what that must have been like for you to have to keep up your work here while at the same time worrying about your family. So congratulations on getting through with that. I think your family should be very proud of you, and we are very proud of you for what you've accomplished. We are really, really looking forward to having you for 1 more year with us in the Molecular Pathology Fellowship. So congratulations, Hongji. Very happy for you.
Thanks, Joanna. Hongjie, you want to say a few words?
To thank, all the faculties at GI Service. So I do learn a lot from everyone from different aspects. And then I do feel my growth throughout the year. And also I would like to thank all the faculties here. I learned more or less from you via the conference lectures, all kinds of like didactic activities. And I would like to thank the resident and my co-fellows. Without you guys, I will like some happiness and joyful moment throughout the year. So we do have a great time in the past year, but I'm going to stay for another year for the Molecular Genetic Pathology Fellowship. I will keep learning from all of you, and also I will have a good time, I believe. And I would like to thank all the staffs and all the ladies in the front desk. So I really enjoy your help and our joyful talks. Thank you.
Congratulations, Hongjie. So we'll see you around.
Yeah.
So next is, Dr. Pallavi, Joanna.
So I'd like to thank Pallavi and congratulate her on finishing the fellowship. I can't believe here we are in June. The fellowship started like many other fellowships before. Pallavi came to us from Rhode Island, from Brown University. And now she is finishing one of the hardest GI fellowships that are out there. And so I want to really congratulate her on that. There were many struggles of various sorts. Number one being the COVID-19 interruption that occurred. But we really appreciate how you stepped up to the plate and were present and were helping whenever you could. It's very endearing to see that you've persevered. And as we had already spoken at our GI fellowship graduation separately, you and I have not gotten to work as much together on service, but I know that your eye and your pathology skills are greatly appreciated. Your attention to detail is greatly appreciated, and we're happy that we were able to help elevate those skills so that you can go forward. And we congratulate you on getting your job at the University of South Alabama, and we're really happy to see what will the future hold for you. You know, please never forget us. You're always going to be part of Yale. Congratulations to you, Pallavi.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, you want to say a few words?
So first of all, I would like to express my deepest appreciation and thanks to all the support staff, residents, and faculty of the Department of Pathology, all of whom have been very integral to my training. Special thanks to the support staff in accessioning and in the lab and histology and IT and in the gross room, especially because some of the GI cases have so much fast turnaround time, starting cases, rush cases, and requests from clinicians to review cases. So I have greatly appreciated and enjoyed, and I tremendously appreciate the support from all the support staff of the department. And I've enjoyed working with the residents, and I also want to especially thank for the teaching and guidance I have received, and I've been trained in various aspects of pathology from a number of faculty in the department that I will carry forward for my future career, and I will be a proud fellow of Yale. And I would also like to congratulate all the graduates and my best wishes to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi, and enjoy. Congratulations and best of luck in Alabama. Our next fellow is Kevin, our Renal and Geo fellow. Dr. Merkel is going to present him.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Peter and we would like to congratulate our graduating fellow, Kevin Pellant, tonight. We both are delighted to have had such a wonderful fellow this year. Kevin obviously is very well known to all of us, having been a resident and chief resident previously in our department. I can only say that it was a great pleasure to work with Kevin. He is extremely well organized, highly conscientious. It was just so wonderful to work with him. That my life was very easy, even through the entire COVID pandemic, where Kevin was here every day and signed out cases with either Sudhir or myself. Really, and we need to remember that at that time, we didn't know how bad COVID would be. And he did not miss a beat. He did not miss a single day. He was here every day from morning till evening, taking care of everything that came down the pike in the renal and GU service. I think that's an incredible commitment, and I can only say that the practice that has hired Kevin, he will join a private practice pathology group in Connecticut. They're extremely lucky to have a colleague like that. Wish Kevin the best for his future, and I am absolutely convinced that he will have an outstanding career. And Peter, I think you want to add also from the GU side your experience with Kevin.
Absolutely. So congratulations to Kevin. He did a truly excellent job this year on the busy GU service. His management of the GU service, especially as Gilbert mentioned, during the pandemic was superb. I just can't imagine how the service would have functioned without him, just through the entire year, but also through the pandemic. And his working relationship, and this is absolutely critical for our fellow with our clinicians, was outstanding. As an example, he basically functioned as an attending in his GU tumor board presentations, both of typical as well as very complicated GU cases. As a final note, Dr. Meckel and I would like to extend to Kevin a rain check for our usual farewell GU fellow luncheon at the Union League. So incentive to come see us again, come visit us, and we'll go out when it is possible to the Union League. And we wish Kevin all the best for the future.
Yes, and luckily, Kevin, you're not going far away, so we can always schedule that luncheon. And I wish I could hand you over your diploma in person tonight, but evening where you now have finished your formal training and you are a full-fledged renal GU pathologist. Thank you very much.
Dr. Muckle and Dr. Humphrey, and I love Union League, so I really look forward to that. And thanks to the rest of the GU and renal attendings for providing for a work environment where it's easy to ask questions and really easy to learn to grow as a pathologist. Thanks to all the staff and the trainees and friends and family for your support and help through the last 5 years. And thank you very much. Congratulations, everybody.
So thank you. So I would like to say congratulations to our cytopathology fellow. Aram, you have been an outstanding fellow throughout the year. You came to us after already having completed a GU in precision medicine fellowship at Cornell, where you were extraordinarily successful and had multiple first author publications. And when you got to us in cytology, you already had a very solid grasp diagnostically of cytology, and your skills were beyond what one would expect when you started. And then you just took off from there. You excelled at whatever you put your hands on. You managed an incredibly busy service with 8 faculty, which is not an easy thing to do. And then on top of that, you had not only you had your first child, and at the same time, the COVID pandemic hit. And Aram, you were in the hospital every single day during that pandemic. I think I had to force you to take 5 days off and stay home. And you were right back on the following Monday. It is because of that incredible dedication and conscientiousness that the service remained as organized as it did during those difficult months. And we thank you for that dedication and that effort to provide and help for the cytology service as much as you did. Next year, Aram will be going to Moffitt in Florida, where he will be an assistant professor, where I know he will go on to be extraordinarily successful. Not only is he successful diagnostically as a cytopathologist, but he has such a genuine and warm personality, working with the residents and teaching, that no matter who you encounter, Aram, they will all thoroughly enjoy working with you, and I have no doubt you will be very, very successful. So we all wish you luck and congratulations on your finishing this year. I know you have a very bright future, and on behalf of everyone in cytology, well done and congratulations.
Thanks, Diane. Aram, congratulations. You want to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Kowalski, for a great introduction. I'm really thankful for this great opportunity that I was granted for having cytopathology training here. Thank you for all the great faculty here and also all the staff here, particularly cytopathologists. You know that cytopathologist is the first teacher for the fellow and the resident, and also for thanks all the resident who are the best teacher to teach us how to teach. And as I said, it's a great environment here, scientific-wise, and also it's a very friendly atmosphere. And it helped me a lot to learn cytology, but also beyond cytology in professional life and the personal life. And thank you for everything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, best of luck. Right, now I turn this back to Diane. Once again, congratulations to all our fellows.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Chen. And yes, thank you to all of our fellows, and congratulations to all of our fellows, I should say, for all of the hard work that you've done throughout all of your fellowships. And now I am going to turn the program over to our chief residents who have teaching awards that they would like to present. So
thank you so much. This is one of my favorite segments of the graduation ceremony, where we, the residents, we feel privileged that we're able to express our appreciation and gratitude towards attendings and our staffs for their tireless efforts towards resident teaching. On behalf of all the residents, I would like to thank each one of you for your invaluable guidance. Each year, the residents select one faculty member and one staff member, each from anatomic and clinical pathology, for their outstanding contribution to resident education. We're kickstarting this year's awards with the AP Faculty Teaching Award. It has been said that the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. The recipient of this year's award the recipient of this year's LIBO Award for Excellence in the Teaching of Pathology residents is someone whose commitment to teach and motivate us is a daily inspiration. He is someone who leads by example. In spite of his busy clinical and academic schedule, he never fails time to finds time for residents for teaching and mentoring. His enthusiasm for teaching has not only inspired residents' interest in cytology, but also has helped us consistently excel in the in-service and board exams. I'm so honored to present the Averill Libo Award for Excellence in the Teaching of Pathology residents for the year 2019-20 to Dr. Adibowale Adeniran.
Devo, would you like to say a few words? Are you out there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I didn't see this coming at all. Residents never fail to amaze me, from time to time. But I want to say a big thank you to the residents, for this honor. It's a great honor for me. And it's a reflection of what we have done together, over the years, especially over this past year. To our graduating residents, I want to wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and for the ones that are staying behind and the remaining residents that are still here, I hope we can do, much more together in the coming years. Again, I want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Dr. Adeniran.
So, this year's recipient for outstanding staff on the pathology side has spent many, many hours with us residents, teaching us how to survive the frozen section. From sentinel lymph nodes to lung wedges, he knows exactly which surgeons will send for frozens, and he can estimate with astounding accuracy when a specimen will arrive, except maybe some of Dr. Ratner's cases. His swift skills in freezing, cutting, and staining make him an invaluable team member when the frozen bell rings and the resident rushes to the grossing bench. And his warm personality makes us feel welcome in the frozen suite, even when surgeons are impatiently waiting for a diagnosis. It's a great pleasure to present this award to Kenneth Brown. Thank you for all your hard work and your help through these years. Congrats, Kenny.
Woohoo, Kenny!
Thank you. Nice picture. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Good job, Kenny.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this year's Clinical Pathology Faculty Award is presented to someone who has faced more challenges than many of us this year, which is really saying something. She's been described as the quintessential academic physician, and accurately so. In addition to supervising a clinical lab, which she herself helped establish, she conducts research, edits a seminal textbook in her field, delivers numerous invaluable lectures to residents, fellows, and medical students, and acts as a priceless fund of knowledge, experience, and wisdom. More than once did I walk into her office with a clinical question and got not just an answer, but an insightful discussion about life. A recognized leader in her field, she was called on yet again to lend her expertise to the COVID-19 response. And she rose to the challenge, fielding endless clinician questions, tirelessly working to build our testing capacity from the ground up, and helping to bring Yale New Haven Hospital to the forefront, not just as a healthcare facility, but as a center to educate the public. We all feel as though we are better pathologists for having worked with her. It's my great honor to present this year's teaching award to Dr. Marie-Louise Landry.
Do any of the other CP faculty want to step in and say anything for her? Brian, perhaps?
Sure. I want to thank everybody for this wonderful, wonderful award. Marie, and she won't tell you this, but she's, to my knowledge, the only person who won the Medical Student Bob Falk Award twice as well. And she really is a fabulous, quintessential educator, as well as just a wonderful clinician and scholar. So I'm not going to repeat all the wonderful things that Douglas said, but she's terrific. And I know that if she were here, she would be saying thank you and would be doing so in her usual modest but compelling fashion. So thank you all.
Thank you, Brian.
And last but not least is this year's recipient for outstanding staff on the lab medicine side. He has sat with us on the benches of the microbiology lab through many agar plates and many mucoid, lactose-fermenting, foul-smelling bacterial colonies. Urines, CSFs, wounds, old wounds. He has patiently shown us how to streak, incubate, and read bacterial cultures, always with a smile on his face. He has also helped us resolve many consult slips from clinicians, although he has brought us quite a few as well, and has guided us into the once obscure management aspect of the lab. His organizational skills and systematic methods make him a great team member of the microbiology lab, and his proactive energy and heartfelt smiles are contagious, filling the workspace with positive vibes. It's a pleasure to present this award to Jacob Merweed. Thank you for your help, and keep up the excellent work. Congrats, Jake.
Thank you, Santiago. And thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure working with all of you, and I wish all the graduates good luck in the future.
Okay, and I believe that's it for the awards, and congratulations to all of our award winners. All of you embody the importance of our mission of teaching and bringing along the next generation of pathologists, and all of you are so talented, and congratulations to all of you, so deserving of these awards. Before we go any further, because it is the conclusion of our ceremony tonight, I would like to take a special moment to thank some very important people who have been instrumental in actually making this entire process happen. Katie Henderson has been, without her, we wouldn't be here, guys. She has spent hours editing our videos and putting together this whole production so that we could present all of you a virtual graduation and making it extra special for all of the graduates. And so thank you very much to Katie. I also would like to thank Karen Broderick and Paula Carney, our coordinators, who have just gone the extra mile in trying to do all of the incredible amount of communication it has taken with so many of us to make this happen, ordering the gifts, making it extra special for our graduates. Again, none of this would have been possible without the three of you. So from all of the program directors and all of us in AP and CP, we thank you greatly for your efforts and making this such a successful first-time virtual graduation. And with that said, it concludes our ceremony for tonight. And once again, a very heartfelt congratulations to all of our residents and fellows. We are all so very proud of all of you. I see some little darling out there waving. I'm waving back. Deepika, I think that's your little congratulations to all of you. You deserve to enjoy and celebrate this moment in time. It will pass fast. So all of us will be getting off of the Zoom now, but the graduates, you are welcome to stay on and talk amongst yourselves and have a little party together if you choose. But congratulations and thank you to everybody who's made this happen tonight.
Cheers.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Very good.